Welcome to the YouTube channel of me, Uglywretch. Like, comment, and subscribe, or else.
Today we're going to review Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe Skydive. I've already messed that up once, but we'll ignore that. And here he is. He is my second least favourite of all the aerial bots. Just because, and I only have this from the cartoon, just because in the cartoon he was very, very dull. But apparently in the comics he's really good, and the tech specs he's good, and blah blah blah. But I'm just going off the cartoon. This is a toy, however, so I've got to base it on what I've got, and this is the only one of these aerial bots I've got, so it's on his own merits. He is very nice. He's got the comically blue tail fin, which he had in the cartoon, which I'm not going to complain about, because it's accurate, I believe. He's got little lightning bolts and stuff. Now this is just pegged in, it comes loose in the packaging. So, you know, you can have it like work its way up and there'll be a bigger gap, so don't worry about it. He's got his two little hand blastery things that are pegged under the wings. No problem. And I feel like there should be landing gear here. Landing gear back here. And this, apparently, I don't know, is part of this supposed to be landing gear? Because it doesn't look like it. Well, are those supposed to be landing gear? Because, like, you can't even... like, they don't move or anything, so... he hasn't really got landing gear, is what I'm trying to say. If you put him down... landing gear here, big giant lump here. This is just kind of... I don't know how accurate that is, but I'm just, you know, it's one of those things. But for now, we'll just get rid of that, because I don't like it. But he looks nice enough. He's got a very, 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 very long nose cone, which is kind of gappy from underneath. Maybe there's a filler kit, I don't know. It's fine. It's alright. It's fine. I will want to say one thing for him. It's about the only Transformers aerial bot or whatever I've ever had that actually has engines or some sort of propulsion made in, you know, on the back. About the only one I've ever had. Others have, like, the bottom of feet, like Combiner Wars. Come on, guys. Size comparison, where is he? There's 86 Blur. Now landing gear come in handy. No, you're just showing me up, aren't you? Come on. There we go. So he's a fair size. It still seems strange to me. I still feel like these should be, you know, the size of the original ones, like the G ones. They still feel like they should be small, but he's not. It's really weird. Seems strange to have this in a deluxe, even though I've already had the Combiner Wars. Don't know how that works. I'm only going to do the robot mode because I don't have the rest of them to combine, so there's no point. So, transform him. Okay. Okay. So we're going to flip up these little tail fins. And I'm going to get this back section. I'm going to wiggle it so it comes up there. I'm going to rotate it all the way up to the top on that pin there. And then we're going to come in and on a hinge in here, we're going to rotate this up here. Is this the pin? Yeah, that'll probably be it. Rotate it all the way through to there. And drop it back down. You have to do it that way because it's designed around here to catch on it to lock itself solid. So, you know, just be a bit aware. So what we've essentially did is we've got from here and using a double hinge, rotate it to there. Yeah, sure, why not? Then come underneath, get these and untab them. There's a big tab there. And a slot there. Untab them, bring them down. Get these pieces, and I think they're supposed to untab or something. I'm not 100% sure if they just sort of grip in or whatever. Get these, rotate them down. Then we bring them up. There are these slots and these tabs. Bring it up and put them together. We might as well do this while we're here. We're going to get this tail fin and we're just going to turn it all the way around to there. And there we go. And if you don't know how it transforms from here, separate them. We're going to get this bit, and you see how this obvious groove and this separate piece and the separation here. It's an aerial bot. You know how this works. I'm going to push this until it comes back. There are notches here going to holes in the shoulders. Fold this down. And this is a funky thing because there are a lot of extra hinges which I believe are for the transformation for the combined mode, but don't have that. So what you have to do is you have to punch it down like this, and they're actually these little tabs here go into grooves there. So you have to sort of wriggle it down and slide it into place. And then there are giant notches sticking out here. They go into the side of the wings, so rotate those back and into place. Unpeg the arms from the body. That just goes into the inside of the elbow there. Flip out the hand. Pop it loose. Flip out the hand. And turn the head around. So, he's a very simple, he's a very quick transformation. Can I say he's bad? No. I did carry this guy around for about 3-4 days after I got him. Like, put him by the bedside when I went to bed. Took him downstairs, left him on the mantelpiece, took him back to bed again. Don't know why, just did. And he's very nice. I'm pretty sure he's very cartoon accurate. The head is... I never found him exciting. I never found him very interesting. It could just be me, but you know. Universal joint in the shoulder, swivel, hinge, handle rotating for transformation, waist swivel, which I quite... Doesn't look like he should have one, but he does. It's quite nice. Universal there, thigh swivel. Just under nice degree knee bend. Is that about 87, something like that? He's actually really nice. He's got this giant nose cone. I'm not sure it should be that big. There is this other hinge, and this presumably is for transformation to the combined mode. You just wiggle it down. It goes like that. And that's a bit of a nicer height. But then it's sticking a couple of miles off his back. So come on, we're not doing that. Maybe he's supposed to, and I haven't read the instructions. I don't know. But he's nice. I mean, I don't like that hanging off one leg. I wish it's split. But it's petty. Don't care. I'm not going to be that bad about it. You can give him his pistols. I'm pretty sure in the original he only had one pistol. But they've given him 2 for symmetry. And you know what? I appreciate it. It's a kind of standard blaster, but it's not too hollow. And he can dual wield them like a boss. Does anyone say that still? I don't care. If you're going to be essentially on your own, a nothing character that's going to stand in the background, you might as well dual wield pistols and try and get some kind of bonus that way, okay? If you're going to do it in style. Because let's face it, if these guys aren't part of a combiner, you weren't going to buy them. I do want the rest of that. I want Skydive. Not Skydive. Air Raid. Air Raid was my favourite. We'll see how we get on. You can actually get Slingshot now. You can get an official. You don't have to repaint a blast off like I did. Size comparison. There's Speedy Blur. So he's not a terrible size deluxe. He's not the biggest deluxe ever, but then were these guys supposed to be? Is this in scale? Because it's not. It's a jet. It should be like 10 times the size. But never mind. Yeah. You know what? I actually quite like him. He's, as someone who's not my favourite of the aerial bots, him now being technically my only one of this line, I actually kind of like him. He's even got a little ankle tilt and stuff, bless him. He's actually totes adorbs, if kids say that anymore. It's not going to be my new catchphrase. Whatever. I'm going to peace out, alright? The kids still say it. I'm going. Honestly, I am. So, I'm going to run away. So, I should be ugly. I should be wretched. I shall see all of you, oh man, in the next one. Now I've got to try and think of a clever thumbnail picture. Yay. Bye-bye.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all come back now, you hear?